guys, thanks for joining me again. Already collective, so let's go ahead and dive into your read here. So what do we got? We got the letters here. So we'll start with the letters. We'll see what pops forward for you guys. Let's see, the letter N, the letter R. So if any of this resonates with you, these letters, and I'll pull some numbers too, it might mean that this read is a little bit more personal for you, or it has a little bit more of a personal touch. We have T, V, W, H, F. We'll grab a few more here. Let's see, they're starting to stick in my hands. That's interesting. Why are they sticking in my hands? These guys wanted to pop forward. Let's see, we have, I'll put X over here. We have M, D, and I. And then we're going to get going with the numbers. We'll see if these guys stick in my hands too. It's weird the cards were all jamming in my hands like that. Let's see, we have 4, 3, the month of April, the month of July came forward 2. Ooh, these guys. 11. We have 1, 5, 12. I'm getting told to keep going, so I think we're supposed to grab a couple more here. Yeah, and these ones were starting to stick in my hands too, so I don't know what that's all about. 18, 9, and 21. Alrighty, so if any of this resonates with you, like I said, this might be more of a personal read for you too. Remember, with these numbers, they might be a phone number, it might have to do with an address, they're not necessarily dates. You're going to know, they're going to make sense to you, and they're just going to resonate. So what deck are we going to use? This is the one I'm getting pulled to. So we got an oracle deck here, and this is the one we'll start your read with. What is the message that the collective needs to hear today? Desert. I'm going to grab a few more. Sun. You know what's funny? There is a lone figure in this desert card, and I keep feeling like somebody is, I don't know if it's necessarily like in hermit mode, but I feel this like living my best life. Like I feel like I'm living my best life now. I don't have negative energies in my life. I'm building for myself. I'm doing for myself. I'm finding this positivity around me. Maybe making time for hobbies or finding success in career. Like somebody's building a life, and I don't feel like they've built it completely. I feel like they're in the process of being able to shape it in just the way that they want. And I feel a lot of satisfaction in this. That is the word that comes to mind, satisfaction. Ice purity. I keep getting it was about time, or it's time. It's about time. With this time card, I don't know if this is like the next step, or it's time for the next step. I feel like it's time. Like there's a wheel moving. There's something moving, like a wheel turning. I keep seeing like a turning. So I think somebody's ready for the next leg of their journey. I don't know what it is that's coming forward. The magnetism card popped forward. So it says that you're attracting whatever it is you're sending out vibes for. So if you're looking for new career opportunities, if you're looking for a new love, if you're looking for a change of lifestyle or a change of maybe wherever you're living, and you're sort of sending it out to the universe, you're about to have some opportunities come back to you. That mountain card. Yeah, and that's what I even felt with this desert card with the mountain. Like somebody's more focused, or somebody sees more clearly. And it's like really finding that joy and that satisfaction. I'm building for myself now. Now I see the way it always should have been. I should have been doing this sooner. Why didn't I do this sooner? That ice purity. There was a transition in somebody's life. And it started with some kind of a tower. It did start with something coming to an end. Some sort of an end. And I feel like it wasn't something that somebody was very happy about. It was not a very exciting ending. It was something that was quite disappointing for somebody. I feel that in the passion card. I feel it in the ice card. But the thing about this ice card, you can see the horse in the background here. Horses represent freedom. So whatever this thing was, this was like something that wasn't supposed to be in your life. This was like a purging purging this thing from your life so that you could have this freedom to start shaping things in the way that you are now, and really being open to opportunity, because you couldn't have whatever this is that you're wanting to come into your life, whatever you're sending out vibes for, it couldn't come forward. There was no room for it before, because there was something there taking up space and something there that didn't belong. But now that's why I'm saying freedom. You have this freedom. That piece of things doesn't exist anymore. And there is now this open space that exists for something new to step forward into your life. Voice. I feel like you're really starting to find your true self and your true calling. Water, creativity. I gotta tell you too, I think somebody's a bit of an artist. I keep getting that vibe with this water, this creation card. I feel like somebody's a bit of an artist, or they have that artistic side. And they've been sort of tapping into it during this time as well. I don't know if this is part of what they're trying to build into a career or shape a life around. But I feel like this has been part of their healing process. This has been part of them feeling passionate about life again. It's been part of somebody's journey getting back to balance, getting back to feeling grounded. This has played a huge part in it. It's almost like art therapy. It's kind of what it winds up being. And like, I like to draw, and I know that, like, for me, for years and years and years, especially when I was, going through stuff in my younger years, it was something I really leaned on as a way of sort of being able to vent or express myself. And I think somebody's found that here too. This is the vibe that I keep getting, that somebody's using some type of art to really express those emotions. Especially with that voice card. It's like showing who they are, showing their true colors. I think somebody hangs their stuff up or displays their art in their house too. This is a big part of this for somebody, being able to show off sort of what they're doing. I don't know if they've created a studio space for themselves too. That's really interesting. Whoa. Whatever this opportunity is that somebody's sending out sort of to the universe for, that's coming back. This will bring a complete change in life direction for somebody. And I feel quite quickly. Changes happen quite quickly. We're now moving in a different direction. It's like a complete shift. And now we're going this way. Moon, darkness. I'm going to grab a few more here. I want a few more of these guys before I get going with the tarot. Yeah, I can feel a whole new chapter starting for somebody's life. Yeah, atoms, building blocks. We're shifting paths now. This is a completely different path than what somebody was on. I gotta tell you too, I do feel like in some way, shape, or form this might involve a career or a living situation, perhaps even where somebody lives. So I feel like this is going to set the tone for probably a pretty big cycle for somebody's life. Cycles can last 5 to 10 years. It may wind up being longer than that, depending on what this is, because I do feel like we're completely shifting now. We're going in a completely different direction, especially with this North card expansion. We've now found our path in life. We've found like where we feel like we're meant to go, following some sort of a passion. I need a few more. Yeah, that one wanted to pop out. Volcanoes. I need a couple more. Can you give me a couple more, please, tarot? These guys. Companions. Oceans. Bravery. That guy too. The equator to make equal. Whatever this opportunity is that steps forward into your life, you're going to have to be bold and take a leap of faith on it. I do feel like it comes with certain risks, because wherever you're at right now, sort of what you're building and what you're shaping, I do feel a level of stability in it and sort of predictability. So you sort of know what it's going to bring from week to week, from month to month. You know kind of where you're going to be at. This new opportunity is such a complete shift. You don't know how it's going to work out. So I keep feeling like it comes with that little bit of uncertainty to it. A bit of uncertainty. But everything I see in it is like it's actually what you were supposed to meant to do. It's part of your divine path. It's part of your path in life that you were always meant to come to. And I think the only variable in this path was when. That would make sense with the time card coming into play. This was always something you were meant to do, and this was always a path that you were meant to walk. But you had to get there in your own time. So depending on what your choices were in the past, you may have gotten there sooner, or it may have taken you longer to get there than where you are now. But it was where you were always going to wind up. I keep feeling like this is where you were just always going to be. It's where you were meant to go. It's what you were meant to do. I need a tarot deck to clarify, what this is all about. This is the one I get pulled to. So I'm curious. Tarot, can you please give me some clarification on what it is the collective is going through here, the opportunity coming forward? Interesting. Two of Cups. Seven of Wands. I feel cards tied to your past here. Tied to your past relationships, either family relationships or romantic relationships, and maybe somebody you were looking to build with. This is part of the catalyst that set off your journey, but I feel older hurts than that in this too. And maybe that's because you deal with things with your art now. This is sort of, like I said, it's kind of like your therapy. It's your way of sort of expressing yourself. It's your way of dealing with your emotions, of processing your emotions, being able to let go and move forward. Because I feel like this is beyond just, like a romance that you've had in the past few years. I keep feeling like this stretches back to childhood and something that you grew up with, or the way that you grew up, or things that occurred throughout your life, different events. It reaches way back into the past. I'm going to pull a few more. I feel like your art is going to play a little bit of a bigger role in here than I thought when I first pulled those cards. Three of Swords. King of Swords. And the Ace of Cups. It's almost like all this crap that happened in the past, like the way back past. I feel like I met somebody and I thought this was going to be different. This was going to be my way of sort of erasing the past of whatever happened in my childhood or the way that I was growing up, and I was going to be able to establish a new legacy and establish sort of a new cycle of abundance, but I don't feel like that ended that way either. And that's why it was so hurtful. It's sort of like compounded crap from the past, or sort of added to it, the Ten of Wands with all the burdens. The figure's always carrying lots of wands. Those are the burdens. It was like adding another burden onto the pack when this happened. Whatever this was that didn't work out with who this King of Swords was. I feel a lot of emotional coldness from this person. I feel like you felt like when you were dealing with them, kind of like you didn't matter, or like they didn't care, kind of thing. And I think it compounded things that happened while you were growing up. This is the vibe that I keep getting. It compounded things that happened with family. Yeah. Oh, that's really interesting. I was wondering when I pulled that animals card with companionship. With this change that you're making, this transformation that you're making, this you're finding this self-confidence, this empowerment, this self-love, it's the kind of energy that attracts attention. So don't be surprised when a new love offering comes your way, because somebody is being drawn in by your strength. The Two of Wands, the Temperance card. I'm going to grab a couple more because I want to know sort of what their intentions are all about. Who is this person? What is their role? I will tell you, this new person who does step forward into your life, this new energy, and I do feel like it's a new romantic love, a romantic energy that steps forward. It is somebody who's genuine. They're coming forward like the King of Cups, but also as the Knight of Pentacles. This is that genuine offer. It's something that's slow and steady, but always gets to the finish line. But I do have the Hangman next to him. This tells me that the only thing that could stop you from finding happiness in this situation is you. So those fears, those doubts, those insecurities, keeping you from opening yourself up to a new experience. They could keep you from shutting or cause you to sort of shut this person out of, fear, out of anxiety, to protect yourself. I'm going to grab a few more here. Because I gotta tell you too, I keep feeling like somebody's almost come to the conclusion that like this type of happiness is just not gonna happen for them. Like with all the stuff that they experienced in the past, and then this King of Swords situation that sort of added to the burdens, it was like almost like somebody thought, okay, this piece of things is just not in the cards for me. This is just not gonna happen for me. And this was actually part of somebody's focusing in on themselves too. And okay, now I'm just going to look after myself. Now I'm just going to do for myself. I'm going to focus on my own journey. And it built you up, and it built you strong, and it made you confident. But it made you more attractive, and it actually has brought in another opportunity, or will be bringing in another opportunity. If this person has not showed up yet, they are working their way up to showing up in your life. They are being attracted. They are being brought in. 5 of Pentacles. I see the word resilience with this 5 of Pentacles. Don't forget how resilient you are. I know you've been through it in the past in lots of different ways from lots of different people, and I see recovery after recovery after recovery, and it hasn't been easy, but you've done it. You've done it, and you don't have to hold yourself back from things in life for fear of what might happen, because you've been through some stuff and you're still here. Yeah, I see you're really conflicted about coming out of hermit mode, because you've been able to finally find like a level of balance and a level of stability sort of while you're living in that. High Priestess. Intuition. I get told the word intuition. So why do I get told the word intuition? There's a part of you that knows that this energy stepping forward is actually a genuine energy. This person's a decent person. I also feel this vibe like you know them for a little while before they try to sort of move things in a romantic way. So I don't know if this has to do with your art or with work or how you know them, or maybe through friends. But I feel like there's sort of this existing rapport with this person, and because you're focused on just what you're doing, you're not looking for romance, so you're not looking at them in that way. So you're a little bit more open to talking about them with maybe about your art or whatever you're doing, and getting to know them on that level. But they're getting pulled in and they want to get to know you deeper. I don't feel negativity in their intentions. I gotta tell you, I would tell you if I could feel it in the cards. I don't feel it in the cards. I feel like this person's, I feel like they got a positive connection here, but this is going to be up to you as to whether this is something that you're going to be open to having in your life. Yeah, I see a lot of choose wisely. I think you're worried about sneaky energy. I think you're worried about being taken advantage of. I think you're worried about giving your heart to somebody who you feel like is just going to take it and stomp all over it and never give back. Because I think the King of Swords did that to you. And that's what you're worried about with this one too. I don't get that vibe from this person though. Like, you guys have established a rapport before they try and take it to a romantic level. You've already established a type of friendship. 9 of Wands. You're going to have to lower your defenses. Because I see the defenses going up right away. As soon as they change the dynamic, you're just like, ugh. You know? And it's not because they're not somebody that you find attractive. It's the fear. Don't let the fear and anxiety stop you from moving forward in your life or having connections with people. If you need to take it slow, just tell them, I've been through shit in the past and I just want to take it slow. Can we just take it slow and slowly get to know each other? I don't see nothing wrong with that. If they're genuine, if they're this Knight of Pentacles like the cards are saying that they are, they'll be fine with getting to know you, with taking it slow, with taking it easy, with doing things on those terms. Don't allow your past to hold you back from the future. Don't allow things that happened to you in the past creep back in. You've done so much work in healing and so much work in finding stability and finding this beautiful Queen of Wands energy, like this leadership and empowerment in your life, really owning your life. Don't backslide into the questioning yourself, questioning everyone around you. keep with that confidence that you're building. That's the energy you should be in. I feel like there's big changes coming, and I feel like, see, we got a couple different changes going on, because these oracle cards, we're not really talking about romance. I know they're talking about a completely different life path, and I feel like it deeply involves your art, and it probably most likely involves career and sort of where you're living and where you're heading in life, and it's something you were always supposed to come into. But I see in these cards some sort of romance coming forward too. So I do feel a very big life change for you. Like a lot of things are going to be changing. And I keep feeling like it's in a short period of time. Like I get told a year. I get told a year, like a year from now, your life might look completely bloody different than it is right now. I feel huge changes coming for you. Huge changes. So make sure you're staying balanced during this time. Make sure you're believing in yourself. You're trusting yourself to make the right choices. The Chariot's all about that positive forward movement. Don't be afraid to keep moving forward. If you forever stay in hermit mode, it's just another form of staying stuck. You got to challenge yourself and get out there. Don't be afraid to get out there. Don't be afraid to get to know new energies. Whoever the King of Cups represents, he's a positive force in your life. Yeah, it's time for a transition again. That's just what it is. And I can feel that in the Oracle cards, especially with that Time card. It's time for a change again. It's time for a change. It's time for you to start the path that you are meant to be on, like the Ace of Pentacles says, and your golden opportunity. And I feel like there's a few of them in different aspects of your life are about to come forward. And like I keep getting told, a year. So this next year for you is going to be full of big opportunities for big changes, but it'll be sort of up to you as to whether you're going to take these opportunities and which path you're going to move on. I keep seeing this: believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and trust in the progress that you've made, because you got beautiful places that you're heading, and you have a good, honest, what I can feel in the cards, a good, honest, that connection that would like to step forward and bring a meaningful relationship to your life. Alrighty guys, that's your read.